We have on the show, and we're so excited. Brenda Lynn Allen is just giddy.
I am. So are you. We have
Well,
been
yeah.
all week long.
We're big fans of, well, I'll tell you what, I personally am big fans of the man, but we are also big fans of classic TV star. We're talking classic TV.
Yes.
And excellent musician, drummer, extraordinaire, and just all around great guy, Keith Thibodeaux, who played Little Ricky on the I Love Lucy show. He's here today with us. How are you doing, Keith?
Hey, Keith.
Hey, both of you guys. It's a pleasure to be on the show.
So glad to connect with you, and we love that you're on Swanky Southern Nights. Now we know you're real busy. You've just got a lot going on. You're the busiest guy. I'm always checking you out. What's going on socials and just lots of fun stuff going on. Now we go way back. We're on Southern Roots Radio, so we love backstories, but the whole world kind of knows part of your backstory with the I Love Lucy show, and that's pretty awesome. That's just amazing.
It is.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit. Now you're originally from Louisiana, though. So what was the connect there, getting from Louisiana and getting connected with Desi and Lucy and doing all that stuff?
Well, yeah, it's kind of interesting. I started out on trash cans playing the drums in the backyard in Louisiana, and finally, evolved into a drum set. And then I was on this show called the Horace Hyde Show, which was a big band in the 50s.
Yeah.
And so when I did that show, I was like 4 years old doing one night stands.
Yeah.
All over the nation in Canada. And that particular show ended up in California on a hiatus at Horace's ranch. And the audition for the I Love Lucy show came up because they were looking for someone to, they were looking to expand the part of their son in order to write more shows, those kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could actually play the drums, so that.
That was who would have thought, But when I watched the I Love Lucy show, I still do. My wife and I still.
Yeah.
But music is and singing and performing is such a part of that show,
Yes. Absolutely.
And so the fact that I played the drums really helped a lot.
Sure. And you've played the drums all of your life, from the time you were old enough to hold drumsticks, and then you've how long? Now you've been with a Christian rock band called David and the Giants for many years. Now, how long have you been doing that?
Well, I met them when I was like 16 years old in Biloxi, Mississippi. They were the house band at the Vapors, and then just from that point on, I joined them as their drummer in the drummer chair in 1969.
Wow.
So
just yesterday.
And I've been knowing those guys since then.
Yeah.
And we played Christian music. We still play, and we still do concerts. And so we're actually going to do another record. I think in October or September we're going to do that.
Awesome.
That is awesome. We would love to hear that once that's done too. That's great. So you're obviously you've got Southern roots, and that's the name of our network. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then you ended up doing the I Love Lucy show. And I have to ask you now, when you were growing up, or when you were a kid and you were doing those shows, were you pretty close with Lucy and Desi's kids, Desi and Lucy Arnaz? Was that all? Were you all tight back then when you were kids? Or?
Oh yeah. When I first joined the show, Lucy invited me over to their home in Beverly Hills, and wanted me to meet their kids, and I did, and we got along great, and became we grew up together. I mean, we were like brother and sister.
That's awesome.
Just spent a lot of time until I actually left in '66. My parents separated, and so that kind of ended my Hollywood acting career.
Yeah,
I was on the Andy Griffith Show.
Yes,
we were just going to bring that up.
We were going to bring that up because we're big Johnny Paul Jason fans.
That's
too.
Right.
Oh, me too. I love Miracle Sab and all that.
Yes, that's right. That's awesome. Now I have to ask you, since we asked you about Desi and Desi Jr. and Lucy. do you are you still connected with any of the like Ron Howard and any of the kids that were on that show?
Well, Ron talks a little bit about me in his book with his brother,
Nice.
The Boys. Growing up as a child star, he just put that out, and I don't really talk with him much. He was a great guy. He was one of the nicest guys, kid actors, back in those days, and we
Yes.
got along really well.
Yeah.
Desi, I talk to him occasionally.
Yeah.
And whenever we talk about 2 hours. We get a lot to talk about. But it's not much we do communicate. I actually, he played in Dino, Desi, and Billy.
Okay.
Remember the old pop group? I don't know if
Yes.
that's
Yes.
probably before your time.
No, I'm an old soul.
We were
Yes.
just talking about it yesterday.
We
actually.
were just talking about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we sure did. We mentioned that just yesterday. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about, Desi and I always get mixed up because people think that he's Little Ricky and that I'm Lucille Ball's real son.
Right.
But I actually played with Dino, Desi, and Billy when Desi Jr. had a surfing board accident and couldn't play. So we played in Truesdale Estates at, I think it was Johnny Carson's producer house. And I got to spend the night at Dean Martin Jr.'s house and met Dean Martin. And
Awesome.
it was a trip.
That's awesome.
Oh, we play Dean Martin on our show just about as much as we play Little Ricky's Liner, don't we?
Yeah, you gave us the liner a while back, and we play it just about every
about
show.
every week.
Yeah,
And we always
it's
just
fun.
grin. We're like, wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fun.
Now
It's fun.
man, you're so busy and you're doing lots of things, and I want to get back to some of the stuff that you're doing, but I also want to mention Ballet Magnificat, which that's you and your wife's ministry, right? Is that what you?
Yes.
Tell us a little. Tell our listeners a little bit about that, because you're all over the world doing that, right?
Yeah, we started that in 1986, and it was just a call that the Lord had on Kathy's life to start that. She's a professional, quite world-class ballet dancer who won a silver medal in the International Ballet Competition in 1982.
Wow.
And,
Awesome.
So she had a heart to do this, and we started it, and we kind of ran it out of our van. We took our van on the road, and we had our own records. Our sound system that we used, and from our home, and it was just very little, but it's grown. We've got a school, we've got a professional company, and we've got a training program. We've been in over like 50 countries in the world sharing the gospel through ballet. I'm the executive director. I'm not a dancer, so people want me to dance, and I'm thinking, well, that's my wife's job, but it's fun. We get to go all over. We recently started another Ballet Magnificat ministry in Brazil in 2017. So
That's
awesome. We travel a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen clips, and it's just beautiful. Throw a little nerdy stuff in, because that's what I do. But Magnificat means my soul magnifies the Lord, and it's just you can tell with the work that you guys are doing, it's for a higher purpose for sure, which is awesome. Love that. Yeah, it's wonderful. Now, you particularly, you said you've got a new project coming up with David and the Giants, and so you're still out there doing it. I've seen clips of you playing just last week. There was a clip of you playing. So are you still doing some dates out there right now?
Yeah, we're going to be. I think we're going to do something in Florida in August, and I think Tampa, and then we might do something in Gainesville, and then we're doing something up in Illinois, and then we're going to record a little bit, I think.
Nice, love that.
Good.
Nice.
We will look forward to hearing that for sure.
Yeah. So Keith, you're doing all these things, your ministry and your music. Do you also still make appearances that are related to the Andy Griffith Show or to the Lucy Show?
I do, and that's it. I just did an appearance at a Mayberry themed festival in right across from Louisville,
nice.
Kentucky, in Indiana, southern Indiana.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. I mean, it's just like going back to Mayberry. I mean, if you love the Andy Griffith Show,
Yes.
you love that kind of stuff, you need to go. I'll
need
be
to go.
doing Mayberry Days in North Carolina.
Yeah, and that's on Mount Airy, right? Is that where it is?
That's Andy's hometown. Yeah.
Yeah.
When is that going to be?
I think it's September 22nd or
Sometime in
like that,
September.
23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that 2020 somewhere.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to go to that.
Okay. We might have to make a
Oh, you-
might have to make a Swanky Southern Nights road trip for
That's
that
right.
one. Yeah.
That's fun.
That sounds great. Love that so much. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to let our listeners know now what's the best way for people to find out like where David and the Giants are going to be, where you are like doing some of these shows. What's the I know social media is the connect for a lot of people these days. If somebody wants to know where they can hear you, see you, what's the best way for people to connect with that?
Yeah, I've got an Instagram. It's called Little Ricky Drums. You know, it's like original.
Yes.
But and then you can, you know, I usually post things about it. But David and the Giants, you can find that at davidhuff.com.
Yes.
And you know, if we're playing around, you'll be able to see it. We've got Facebook presence and all that.
Yeah.
So, David and the Giants band.
Love it.
Very good.
Very good. All right.
And check out Ballet Magnificat's website, balletmagnificat.com, and our Facebook page. and
Balletmagnificat.com. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Doing some great stuff.
We thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Well, God is amazing. Jesus is amazing.
There you
I
go.
wouldn't be talking if it wasn't for him. So.
well, and I tell you what, he's given you such a unique platform and a unique story. I mean, there's only one Little Ricky,
Right.
and
Well-
it's opened some doors for you to be able to you know, talk about your faith, and I'm sure that it's just a real blessing to a lot of people. I know it is, and so thank you for being true to that calling.
Well, thank you guys again for having me. It's good to hear your voice after
You too, brother.
hearing you, seeing you in different ways. But
Absolutely. Well, if you're down around this area, I hope we can connect soon.
I hope so. And thank you, Brenda Lynn. as
Thank you
well.
so much.
All
Keith.
right. Thank you, Keith. Keith Thibodeaux, y'all.
All right. God bless.
God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.